if we could address you directly right now.
Everything comes full circle.
That's number one.
I don't tell him what questions to ask me.
There are a lot of people around town that have the same question.
Brush my teeth. I'm gonna get washed in the morning.
I can't confirm or deny.
You know, just keep going a little bit longer here, Mike. Keep going a little bit longer.
BC Mattydale, W261AC Oswego, WTKWHD2 Bridgeport, ESPN Radio.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Yeah. They generate into something full. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do.
That's the motorcycle getting things going. So let's motorcycle. That's what that is. Hi. Shut up. It's been weirder than this for months. Get out of here. Here? Where is here? Here is the Sports Show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. What are you guys doing? On a lovely Thursday. Probably still snowing out there in most places. I don't know how this goes anymore. It's just cloudy. It's going to be much cloudier later when there is a live Cocoa Puffs over at my friends at Herbsy. We'll talk about that today as well as several other things, because that would be a long hour for me to do simply on an appearance I'm making after this show somewhere. We've got some fun NBA stuff today. It's kind of a mishmash, if you will, a variable smorgasbord. However, I will be using a separated plate for this, much like I use in real life, especially Thanksgiving. Yes, I absolutely have separated plates. My food cannot touch like some type of monster. Oh, my goodness. No touching my food. So, yeah, today, going to be kind of bouncing around a little bit. Got a bunch of shooty hoop news. I didn't realize it, but 1 second of baseball news right now is Aaron Boone's contract has been extended for the Yankees. So there's that, my one and only baseball news for now until we get closer to baseball season. What else do I have? Yeah, like I said, some sad NBA news, some fun NBA news. Got some fun programming on this evening for you to watch on the TVs if you're so inclined to do so. If you want to call in here, you can, because I was watching Orange Nation earlier, and SU fans are real riled up. You're real riled up. So feel free to call in 315-437-7644. You guys were getting Mad Pauly out today. I don't need to remind you of Mad Pauly, but you guys were getting him. And that's fun. I was liking you guys rile up Pauly. That's real enjoyable. So I appreciate you doing that. I really do. What we got over here at QSportsTalk.com, the internets, the World Wide Webs, as the kids are calling it. DJ and Cicero, oh, look who's here. The Bret Hart lover, DJ and Cicero. Matt from Auburn, Philly's Most Wanted, T-Murph, spatching the wheeze. And 35 to 40,000 others watching me live right now at QSportsTalk.com. Don't look that up. That is absolutely something that is for real. That's really happening. So yeah, all that today, and probably not much more because, much like most dudes out there, I tend to overkick my coverage in the sense of over-preparing for this show with things. So I also often have things left over. So we will figure out where I will go as we have our smorgasbord of a show today. So let's go. Thank you. I want to start with the NBA, I think, today. I'll do Shooty Hoops after. But NBA stuff is some big news today, as there was breaking news today as we get things going on the sports show with Cody Mack. Breaking news. As earlier it was announced that one of the most exciting young players in the NBA is going to be out for the rest of the year, as Victor Wembanyama will be shut down. The Spurs, they were like 12th or something. They maybe had a chance at the play-in round or something like that. They looked better this year than they did last year, getting Chris Paul and adding some pieces at the All-Star, the trading deadline, stuff like that. But I don't think they're really going too far. But even still, having Victor Wembanyama be out with a season-ending injury is not good, because you don't want this guy to seem injury-prone so early in his year, as so many of the kind of more athletically looking, gifted guys do. Because, again, he's like 7'8", but I might weigh more than him. So, he's out with a blood clot in his shoulder, which is very weird. Yeah, blood clot in the shoulder. One of the most fun guys to watch in the NBA, out for the rest of the year. So no reason to watch any San Antonio Spurs games for the rest of the year.
According to our Shams Sharania, Victor Wembanyama, the San Antonio Spurs star, is going to miss the rest of the season with what Shams is reporting, a form of a blood clot in his right shoulder. He is out for the season, and the Spurs believe that this is an isolated condition. Monica, you're hearing this news as I'm delivering this news. Your first reaction to this?
No. I think leading up to Wemby getting drafted and joining the league, and what we've seen so far, Matt and Christine, the preparation that he had put into his body was
pouring out for Wemby,
because that's often the conversation around guys of his size. But he's been meticulous for years. His entire team, his family, we know about him coming to games with books. And so to hear this, and it's a shoulder and it's isolated, you grieve for him, because he has worked to get to this place in his career for so long. You think about the Spurs because you wondered if they had a chance to do something in the next 28 games. And then just the NBA community at large. I know I have enjoyed watching him grow so much. But then, of course, you go back to it and you want to see this young man get healthy. That should be the most important thing.
Yeah, they made the big deal to see if they can go on a little bit of a run this year. This is a player that came over from France. He was one of the most ballyhooed prospects we've seen in a long time. So how does this impact really the Spurs' plan right now and moving forward? They believe it's an isolated condition. We just don't know enough medically yet.
Yeah, blood clots are a big deal.
Yeah, so I think about De'Aaron Fox, and I think about his interview with Lisa Salters not too long ago before the All-Star break, and how excited he was to be joining this team and to be running alongside Victor Wembanyama. This is an organization that is well-respected in the league, so they will continue to develop what they have currently, right? But obviously, Matt, Victor is the absolute centerpiece, and this is not just a physical blow, but I'm sure it's an emotional blow, because there is a world in which they could have made a push down this next part of the season.
Yeah, well, maybe, and then got in the playing game they did. I forgot they got De'Aaron Fox, so maybe they would have done a lot better. I don't know. They were one of the most fun, if not the most fun teams to be in NBA 2K. So at the very least, when they update the rosters and then you play a game with updated rosters, you won't be able to play Victor Wembanyama. Blood clot's not a fun thing. Also, I just saw this. He's not eligible for All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, or other major awards because he did not meet the 65-game minimum. That's kind of lame. He's averaging 24, 11, and almost 4 assists, and he's got a league-leading 3.8 blocks. Only 46 games. So, yeah, that sucks, man. As you got the bigger NBA news of the day happening there. Thank goodness for Mr. Bobby Portis of the Bucks, who were looking to make a pretty strong push here. The Milwaukee Bucks backup center and sometimes center, at the same time when Giannis is out there. Bucks are fifth in the East at 29-24, and old Bobby Portis suspended for 25 games for mixing up his meds. That's basically the rest of the year here. So they got to hope that they can stay in line for like the 5th seed here, maybe get a first round home field advantage or home court advantage, because if not, things are probably going to not end too well for the Bucks this year without Bobby Portis. Bobby.
Breaking news into First Take. The Bucks' Bobby Portis has been suspended for 26 games for violating the league's anti-drug policy. His agent told our Shams Charania that Portis was given the wrong medication from an assistant, took an unapproved pain medication instead of an approved one. Portis has played in 46 games this season and is the Bucks' 6th man, averaging 13.7 points and 8.2 rebounds. All right, correction, suspended 25 games. Stephen A., your reaction?
Oh, Stephen A. is going to be mad.
I'm sad for him. For the record, to the agent, I'm not, you take the agent at his word, what he says. Just know that most of America doesn't believe you.
Yeah, again, because what they said is Bobby unintentionally took a pain medication called Tramadol, thinking he was taking a pain medication called Toradol. Toradol is an approved pain medication, whereas Tramadol is not, and he was given the pill from an assistant of his with a valid prescription for the painkiller, which he mistakenly told Bobby was Toradol. This, again, they said was an honest mistake. How's about you don't share your drugs? That would probably have helped both him, the assistant, and the team way more. But yeah, the Bucks just got to tread just a little bit of water, if you will, to try to stay above ground there, to not have to get into the play-in tournament, first of all, because that would be awful, because then they would definitely get bounced. But at least, they still got Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the best in the biz. Speaking of best in the biz, LeBron. You're not going to hear me trash LeBron that often. I'm not a LeBron hater. I love LeBron. Second, I think he is right up there. If you make, gun to the head, yes, Jordan is 1 to his 2, but 1A, 1B, as far as I'm concerned, LeBron is the man. And the Lakers last night, although not looking like the team everyone thinks they are right now, Luka, now when people are saying his knee might be injured still, and it's like, man, Luka, string of bad luck for this Lakers team here as they took on the Hornets, who they just had the trade rescinded from, which is going to be funny because you're going to hear in here LeBron dunks on Mark Williams so hard that I think that they got actually traded back. So I think Mark Williams is back on the Lakers.
And then the leader makes the decision.
30 games left in the season. 16 at home, 14 away for the Lakers. Count it! We're going to get a 4-point play opportunity. Into the front court, LaMelo. Now to Smith Jr. in the corner.
Going to hear much more from LaMelo at the end of this game.
Finds LeBron! LBJ! So they return the favor. 2 for 9 from the floor, and the Lakers are up by only 1, 3 minutes in. Again! Timeout, Hornets! The rebound and staying in bounds. That time was...
What this is actually leading up to here is Miles Bridges on the Hornets, 29 points. LaMelo Ball on the Hornets, 27 points. And the lowly Hornets, thanks to a last couple of second layup from LaMelo Ball, of the Ball family. And the Hornets take down the Lakers.
That's what happens with any kind of a double. If you get rid of the ball quick.
There it was. And LeBron misses the 3 to tie the game. But yeah, after dunking on a guy that was once traded to his team, LeBron loses to the Hornets. What? Some of the best jerseys in all of sports, I will say. So, yeah, that was some fun NBA stuff today. However, here's the thing. Notice what I didn't lead out with, and I'm probably not going to talk much about today. Maybe a little bit. We'll see what we get to with NFL. Is that you're going to hear some NFL news sooner than later. I was saying this a couple days ago. When the NFL's name is not in our mouths for a couple days, somehow the NBA PR machine gets it going. So sooner than later, I'm sure we'll hear some NBA news. Let's get ourselves some shooty hoop stuff going. It sounded better as it was coming out of my mouth, but oh well. Speaking of it, no. We don't need a mom joke. Let's just come back and do some college basketball stuff. Sports Show, Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. Bow, 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 bow. Let's see here, we got that.
Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Service everyone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, feel better, bro. Get them tests and then don't. I'm not gonna say it was from all the Bret Hart bad mouthing, but I mean, just saying. Just kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh, big stretch. Old Bobby Portis getting suspended. Doing drugs. Oh, goodness. Hello, fuzz. What else is in here? What are you guys doing?
is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
And we're back. Broadcasting from the Harding Mazzotti studio. I know those guys love emo. You could tell they're definitely fans, right? Who's not? I'm pretty sure I could speak for them and say that Harding and Mazzotti both love My Chemical Romance, right? Come on. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Cody Mack, The Sports Show. Hello. You want to see my gorgeous face live and in person? What? You want to see me do video, right? Well, then log on to my OnlyFans. No. Well, yes, but come on over tonight. I will be doing a live Cocoa Puffs over at Herbsy, where the first question I will ask for the owners is officially, what's your name? There's many discrepancies of what the name could be, and we've heard that they don't mind what we call it because it means we're going there. But Herbsy will finally put that rumor to bed tonight, as I will do it. Live Cocoa Puffs, which means many things. If you watch that show, it'll be most likely much of the same, other than some info, because we're going to be live over at Herbsy, and we're going to learn about our friends and also give our friends some love as well tomorrow on the show and all that other stuff on K-Rock. But, yep, tonight I will be out there 6 o'clock. It is, let's see, what the hell's, I write down the address, 109 East Taft Road? No, did I really get that right? I'm pretty sure that is. But, yep, it's fun. If you know the North Syracuse area, the old Sweetheart Corners right over there, there was a smash room at one point, a weird Celtic bar, but now it is a dispensary. We're going to have all of the fun over there today at 6. So we will wrap up this. You'll have the 315 with Brian Higgins. You'll get all sportsy. You guys will be angry Orange fans right at his face. And then you get done, and then you will come down from that with me by getting up there. You know what I'm saying? Get it? See how I maneuvered around with the words? With the word jambalaya, if you will. So that'll be fun. So hopefully you guys want to come out to that. Great, cool. Live Cocoa Puffs. Speaking of live things, there was some shooty hoops last night. I know, because that's the way the season goes. It's continuing. As usual, some more really, really good games last night, and a couple of them being SEC games as per usual. You had the number 1 team, the number 4 team, the number 15 team, all in action in 2 games. All of the SEC and the number 17 team all in the SEC. The first game being Alabama, Missouri. Alabama number 4 had a rough game over the weekend with Auburn, but they took on Mizzou last night. And Alabama, Sears for Alabama, another unbelievable game, 35 points. But Mark Mitchell, career high, 31 for Mizzou. Where's the button? There it is.
The Alabama-Missouri top 15 matchup over in Cobo, and that's a tough place to play right now. 16-1. That's what Dennis Gates' squad has been so far at home. And we have 2 of the best, I guess, just teams in all of basketball. Alabama's been lighting it up on the road. Missouri been playing great defense. We'd see a whole lot of defense out here, but we would see a lot of fireworks, including the crowd.
Fired up in Como, man.
Ooh, I mean, jacket. Nate Oates brought out the nice one. And special right there. You think they were ready for it? 12-0 start. Tear the roof off. Tigers pouncing on the Tide early. 21-9.
Tigers pouncing.
There's that defense. Is that former football player?
Former high school quarterback Caleb Grill. Over 3,100 passing yards in his career.
Missouri up 2 touchdowns and a 2.
Grill, by the way, 25, 10 points. Wow. Good for him.
Duke transfer, making it look easy. BY.
I mean, from every dynamic and aspect of dominance, this guy from the 3-point line, on the roll, getting it down in the paint, just unbelievable force.
8-11 in the first half. Nate Oates, not necessarily the happiest of campers, and bad day to be a clipboard.
That thing's pretty sturdy, though. He couldn't.
The marker flew pretty far.
Marker flew.
He threw a clipboard real hard in anger.
Come on.
You big, strong guard.
Come on.
Missouri is so well balanced on the offensive end.
Alabama, they can get hot in a hurry, though, Pat Bradley. Phylon makes a three-pointer, but Missouri would lead by 13 at half.
And that is really all they would need, as it didn't get any better, as Missouri wins by 12. The second half, much of the same, by the way. What's funny to come out of the second half of that game is this actually worked, but I don't know if it was the AD or somebody for Missouri was in the student section begging them not to storm the court because, again, that's not really that big of an upset. You're the 15th team in the nation, but okay. And it actually worked because it's like a $500,000 fine in the SEC if you storm the court, and they didn't, based off of the AD saying that, well, he was yelling and saying things like, I'm assuming we'll use that for players, so please don't, because I heard another story of, was it Vanderbilt, maybe, I want to say? The same thing happened where they were being urged not to storm the court. Not last night. Vanderbilt got whooped by Kentucky, 82-61, but in a game that they had an upset, and it did not work, and they did get fined. That sucks, man. That absolutely sucks to get fined that much just because you stormed the court because you're very happy for your school and doing an upset. So, that's what happens. Next up, probable game of the day for the big dogs, if you will, I would say, as number 1 Auburn and number 60 Arkansas, more or less one of those crazy college basketball games
5 teams on the
where the coaching matchup is just as interesting. Bruce Pearl versus John Calipari.
In front of them. They beat Auburn, 52% chance that they are going dancing. Number 1 ranked team.
Should have been higher than that, no?
You would think. But I never question Joe Lunardi. When he gets in the cave, the numbers never lie.
Of course.
How about Billy Richmond, the third, with the alley-oop dunk? Razorbacks ahead too early. Janai Broom, too easy for him, P.Y.
Janai Broom has such great hands on his roll, and his guards find him. He gets it in the paint.
If Cooper Flagg doesn't get it, Broom's getting that player of the year, right?
The crowd looks at Coach Cal after draining the three. He'd get a tech for taunting the bench.
Well, he made it 3.
He's having some fun.
That play was +1 in Auburn's favor.
Yeah, Auburn player hitting the 3 and then taunting Coach Cal on the Arkansas bench.
Corner 3 to go.
Corner 3.
8-0 run
for the Hogs. Carter Knox and Billy Richmond played fantastic.
Miles Kelly gets the steal. Shot going to be no good. Broom, put back dunk. Bro. Tigers up 6. Chaney Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Even Broom goes out with his trampoline. 49-43. Arkansas still hanging in there. Well, it looks like an And1 mixtape tour now. Up by
Those were the best things to come home from school to and watch on ESPN2. And1 mixtape tour. Get out of here. You kids don't even know.
16 points,
where's the professor?
He now has 36 games of 15-10 in his career. The most such games in the SEC in 2 decades. Wow. Passing Oscar Tshiebwe. One of the reasons why Arkansas have been playing well as of late, Big Z. He averaged 21 points in the last 3. That did not happen tonight.
PB, they got 0 points from their front court. 3 guys didn't score for the Hogs.
Never missed more than 4 threes in a game. He went 0 for 9 beyond the arc. Arkansas would lose to Auburn 67-60.
Not 69. That's okay. Don't worry. That might be coming sooner than later. Maybe I'm going to edge you with that one. Do an even more sexy score of the day. Coaches after the game, Bruce Pearl and Calipari.
We come down from that, winning at Alabama, huge, right? We got an Arkansas team that's playing for their life, whether they're on the bubble or first 4 out or in, they got to come in here and win this basketball game. And I thought we were a little flat. I'll tell you one thing, both teams really good defensively, and neither team played very well offensively.
Oh, Burn.
Every game we play is an NCAA tournament game now. I didn't want to say that before Texas A&M because I thought they'd miss every shot.
Okay, Couch Cal, let's see if we keep up here.
But I said it for this game, and I'm saying it's our NCAA. That is a Final Four game.
Okay.
Because that's what they are.
Yeah.
That's a Final Four game. The next game is probably an Elite Eight game.
What?
Alabama was probably a Final Four game. The other one was an Elite Eight game.
Oh, no, wait.
Every game we play, it tells us, okay, what's going to work and what won't.
Oh, okay. They paid him so much money. Good luck with that, Arkansas. Oh, man, at least he wears the suits to match the color of the team he's on, right? More Shoot Hoops. Come back. Sports Show. Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. Also, Paulie says in this promo about head cheese. Head cheese is not just pieces of meat that have stuck to like the head and are left over, or to the left over. It's meat and pieces of stuff from the sheep's face and head and things. Not just like his nice rump roast. It's head meat. Even worse. I might be able to do all NFL stuff tomorrow if I keep playing my cards right here. One or two. Someone pick one or two. Oh, did I just leave that in there? Yeah. Two, Fuzz? Okay. Fuzz says two. And Fuzz gets me awesome uranium glass, so Fuzz wins.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Hello. It's me. At K-Rock Cody Mack, Instagram and such, if you want to follow me on the social medias, if you feel like it. I wouldn't hate that. I would let you do that. You could do that. On ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1, it's The Sports Show, 315-437-7644. Hi, guys. Thursday afternoon. Oh, we're so close. Oh, my God. We're so close to a friggin' weekend. I could taste just a little bit. Unless that's blood. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. I'm going to go to the doctor. But I'm busy because tonight I cannot go to the doctor for life-threatening illnesses. I've got to do a live Cocoa Puffs. For those of you out in the North Syracuse area tonight, 6 o'clock, feel free to stop by Herbsy, and we're going to have some fun out there. The show Too Dangerous for Radio, Cocoa Puffs, will be live at 6 special time if you'd like to check that out. This right here, though, the sports show, is thanks to dvoffers.com, powered by Drivers Village in Cicero. We were talking about this on the show just the other day. One of the cooler places they've ever put cars over in Drivers Village. They were like, it's a mall. What do you want to do? And they were like, put cars in it. Leave it exactly the way it is. And then the people in charge were like, but it's a mall. And then Drivers Village went, exactly. And here we are. So, make sure you come on out. We'll see you guys there tonight. Don't forget. QSportsTalk.com. That is Twitch. Hopefully you guys are hanging out in there. Everyone's having a good time. One of the funnier things, speaking of those, is an unlicensed place opening and operating in front of a police shop. So that's funny. QSportsTalk.com is Twitch. Right here is more shooty hoops as we move on, as we did the first couple of bestest games of last night. You had some of the top teams in the nation facing off. And now we'll get to some of the lesser teams. But some really good games, though, as this is that time of year when teams are battling, man. They're looking to kind of make that final push into March Madness if they're, on the bubble, stuff like that. Or they're trying to help me produce a sexy score. You had another Kadari Richmond-led St. John's performance. Kadari and the St. John's team are now 23-4 and a number 10 team, and almost going to be one of my Power 5 teams if I have time for Power 5, which I don't know. I don't know if I have time. I don't know what's going on around here, man. Again, like I said, Kentucky also won over Vandy, a big old game. VCU, surprising VCU. You know what? I never want to see them in the tournament. They get another win as they are now 21-5. Just remember VCU. Every year they get in there, and then we always go, son of a bitch, VCU. Also around the league, you had North Carolina, which I heard their win helps Syracuse's ACC tournament chances over NC State last night, 97-73. Thank you, Jordan Capozzi, for saying that out loud, so I could now say it here because I heard him say it. Ooh, SMU getting a win. SMU's 20-6 now. Eric, Syracuse is going to get pounded by SMU. That sucks. Also around the NCAA last night, what else do we have? There was another one I wanted to read that was a fun game that I happened to catch like the last minute of. Where the hell did that even go? Let's see. Vamp for a second. I don't know where it went. Oh, Oregon and Iowa. That's where it was. Because, again, sneaky games get hidden on Peacock. Oregon 80-78. Oregon going to be a team you do not want to face in the NCAA tournament. I'm telling you that right now. Probably them amongst a bunch of other teams because they're going to be real good. And you also, obviously, guys, you had the sexy stat of the day. I know it's from a really good game here. Another losing effort. It was actually almost a double sexy stat of the day as initially I had stumbled across this.
And Army wins it. Biggest win of the season for the Black Knights.
I was like, they're going to say it. They're going to say it. They're going to say it.
Out the final seconds and Army knocks off.
You jerks, they didn't say it, but Army beating American. That doesn't seem too American. But yeah, Army beating American 76-69. But as I saw the highlights of this game, even though both these teams are under 500, this was one of those games that you're going to see coming up at the beginning and middle of March when teams are really battling in some of these mid-major tournaments to try to get into the NCAA tournament, as Lafayette and Holy Cross give us our sexy game of the day.
Slices through. Nice.
And it was really good.
At the buzzer, Phillips missed, and Kenny just took the roof off the Hart Center.
Put the roof. Don't be having the weather. Leave the roof on. Leave the roof on.
A grinded out, gritty, late season Patriot League game. Who's got the stomach for it? Khalil Singleton does, and one. Turned away at the top of the lane. Good defense by Caleb Williams. Freshman chasing freshman. Green's three. Got it! Holy Cross leads! 4 to play. Green offloads. No good on the three. Put back. No!
What? The sexy game of the day is going to have overtime? Because why would you not have an overtime Holy Cross Lafayette? Both teams under 500. Highlight minute or two.
This is how we got here. Near tip in there.
Nugent for three. Yes! Missed at the buzzer. Cashes in overtime.
Because of what they've got on their roster right now, and he's answered.
12 points in his first start of the season. That's Singleton with an answer from three. Still 1:10 to play. The lids have come off the rim on both ends. No way. Green again from three.
Oh, this kid was on fire, bro.
6-point deficit. Williams playing fast.
Green ended up with 18. Good for him.
Hoists a three.
Savasevich.
No good.
You son of a bitch.
Vanderbond taps it to Williams.
The last names in this
and
game.
The freshman drops it in.
Didn't have 10 people to run 5-on-5.
Hold on, go back. Listen to the names that are just in this game. My goodness. Spell one of these.
Savasevich hoists a three. No good. Vanderbond taps it to Williams.
Vanderbond, you probably could.
And the freshman drops it in.
Didn't have 10 people to run 5-on-5.
Green Miss is still a 5-point game, and Lafayette's just going to run it out. Holy Cross goes off in overtime, outscoring Lafayette 18-13 to pull away with a 5-point win.
Oh, and they never say it. Why don't they say it? I'm going to give you the sexy stat. You don't have to edge me even more. Holy Cross 74, Lafayette 69. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Holy Cross giving you a 69, or Holy Cross holding you to a 69. That's what, right? It's always the religious chicks. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Where you're smart on the streets and freak in the sheets. I don't think I've gotten one saying correct in the 5 or however long months I've been doing this. I am terrible with phrases. That's good. A little more college basketball news. Duke's Malik Brown. You know that name, Cuse fans. Former Syracuse Malik Brown. He had that weird injury on Monday where he just kind of moved his shoulder and something happened. John Shire, optimistic the junior will be able to return. Dislocated shoulder. I knew it. As someone that's done that, I could just see it. He moved it in a weird way, and it just sticks. If you are queasy, easy queasy, breezy, beautiful cover girl, you don't want to hear this, because I bet his shoulder's going to sound like this for the next couple of years. Yeah, that's my shoulder. What is the matter with me? So hopefully he'll be able to return, because that's what Duke needs. Better players returning to their team to help them. A bunch of jerks. All right, we went with a smorgasbord approach for today. How about this? To end this little bit, how's about we try to do, want to do Super Bowl wrap up? I had so much Super Bowl stuff I wanted to talk about. I didn't do any of it. However, the day after, something I didn't really hear many people talk about, as Josh and myself talked about, this was pre-Super Bowl, if you will. If there's some leftovers here in our smorgasbord, so that's okay. It was leftover, but it's still good, because I didn't really hear many people discuss AI Jimmy Johnson. If you saw that before the Super Bowl, they had AI Jimmy Johnson, and it was like a celebratory thing for his life, yet he's not sick, retiring, or dead. So enjoy some AI Jimmy Johnson.
Football has been a part of who I am for about as long as I can remember. It's one of my life's great
I think
passions.
that's really
and
Jimmy
I've been
Johnson.
involved with the sport at some of the highest levels since I was a very
We're
young
watching
man.
that weird Jimmy Johnson video.
I'm not sure. Why is he out on the Dallas field?
1964. For those of you that missed the pregame show, they did
I started as a defensive lineman at the University of Arkansas. They called me Jimmy Jump Up
Jimmy Jump Up
because every time they'd knock me down, I'd jump right back up.
The whole time you're hearing this is an AI Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's available to do this.
We'd be friends long beyond winning the 1964 national championship.
This is what aired before the game yesterday. No one knows why.
No, nobody.
My playing days were over.
The whole time Jimmy's going, I'm
far
alive.
from done with football.
He'd never
I got my
seen
first
it.
coaching job at Louisiana Tech, where I met a high school recruit you may have heard of, quarterback named Bradshaw.
Hey, coach. And then
Decades
they had
later,
AI Bradshaw,
we meet again.
who's also still alive and there.
Coaching was not always easy.
I didn't know he had so many
but
teams.
that's what it takes to learn the craft. A winning team needs an inspired leader. And it took working at 7 different schools over 14 years for me to finally become one.
Well, get better, Jimmy.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's 79, the Oklahoma State University
Again,
Cowboys.
all AI Jimmy Johnson here as we're just doing a little bit of Super Bowl wrap-up because I didn't get to do all that I want to do, and I'm going to because there's sometimes leftovers on our smorgasbord. AI Jimmy Johnson, guys. AI Jimmy Johnson. Don't know if you caught that during the Super Bowl, but yep, this again.
Evan, and the greatest trade the NFL has ever seen.
Right.
We not only turned America's team
How about
around, we won back-to-back Super Bowls.
And
along the way, I coined a phrase that would stick with me forever. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Why do you think I wasn't going to play that part? Yeah. So again, there's my Super Bowl wrap-up. Dallas Cowboy talk. I don't. If I can squeeze any more in, I will. That is what she said. Boom, ba da 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 da, boom, boom. Matt from Auburn, I did see that. Pick apart that staff. How am I doing that tomorrow? I can't.
It's the sports show with
Oh, cute sports. Hey, Kev. How about them Cowboys? Huh? Kev gets it. Kev gets it. Well, I guess I can do that tomorrow then. Another one for tomorrow. Maybe some power rankings, perhaps. If you want to do a little bit of that, you can. Do that. I feel like. If I want to. Get out. Get out of here. Yeah, you were, Kevin. You had to. I'm texting my mom. Something that you I couldn't even get it out. I'm sorry. Love you. No, I can't. They gave my dad a new number. That's who texted me that. Remember I turned around one day on the show and it said I had a missed call from my dad and was like, the hell? But still doesn't explain why the person would call me. But still, very weird. Like, oh shit, let me get to figure this out. Pay child support. Oh, I couldn't even finish my burn. It was so mean. Couldn't even finish it. Terrible. Day one.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Hey-oh, couple minutes left. Sports Show, Cody Mack. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. Get all ready to get all feisty. 315 with Brian Higgins is up next. You Orange fans can be all angry at him. I didn't do this. So you don't have any reason to be angry at me. I'm just going to go and use cannabis. What? Live Cocoa Puffs tonight. Don't forget, Herbs 8, 6 o'clock, if you feel like it. And then after that, at 8 o'clock, is the final game in that crazy hockey thing they're doing. USA, Canada. We're going to fight the Canadians tonight.
You know what this is all about. What does tonight's game mean in this rematch of what has been a wildly successful tournament?
Well, the thickest part of the culture,
this is PK Subban for you uneducated sons of bitches.
Is the team aspect of it. It's about the team, and no one's bigger than the game. All these players understand that and understand that on this stage. It's evident with the effort that they've come out and put out in this tournament. So when I say that no one's bigger than the game has also never been bigger than where it is today. And that's exactly the opportunity that these guys have, is to play for something that's bigger than themselves. Listen, some of these guys have never even played in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but the people are saying that this game is bigger than the Stanley Cup game last year and any Stanley Cup game that we're going to see this year. So it puts it into perspective of the opportunity that these guys have, and they're ready for the moment. The whole world will be watching tonight. They're going to leave it all on the ice. It's going to be a tremendous show, and I'm going to tell you this. Buckle up. Strap in, pack a lunch, dinner, breakfast for tomorrow morning, whatever you need to do to get ready for 8 o'clock tonight, because it's all going to boil over.
The problem is that lunch and breakfast will be Canadian ham. That's right, your boy's picking the Canadian upset. I know. I'm a turncoat. I'm taking Canada. Unless USA wins, and then scrub this. Scrub this. You'll never be able to find this ever again. Yeah, that'll be fun, man. The Four Nations final tonight, 8 o'clock, if you're feeling frisky. Canada, USA. Winner gets to absorb the loser's country. We may be Canada Junior by morning, folks. I don't know. Ish is getting crazy out here. Enjoy the 315 with Brian Higgins. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's a sports show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio, and 97.7 and 100.1.
Vegas aren't